I made this journal for my sister for a gift. It is the first time I've ever made a junk journal and I'm so happy with it. I've done 3 signatures and I've used elastic to hold them all in together. I've just used all papers and some lace, but not much. This paper I've had for years, so I thought it was time to use it finally. Now, I've never made junk journals before, so I hope it's okay. Anyway, I started off with just using the Graphic 45 Songbird collection, making some front covers, and the front cover is just made from paper. It worked out really well. I've used bits and pieces from old magazines, books that I've had. The Graphic 45 came with these little ephemera embellishments. So I've just basically hand-stitched a bit of paper on the edge there. Put a lot of pockets in. My sister will be able to write in it and do whatever she wants in it. So this was an old music book that I had. So I've just used a page from that, created a pocket. The Songbird collection is beautiful. I had always collected it from the start, knowing that I'd do something for my sister. So I've made some little booklets, just stitched them together. My sewing machine was gifted to me, so it wasn't working too well. So the stitches weren't really that nice. So I've just made it look messy so that it actually worked out really well. Made some more pockets here. I created these little tags. Idea came off YouTube with some ladies on there. That's my sister and me and my brother. Just created little pockets with some red vellum. I've had that red vellum for probably 10 years, so it was good to use it. Making some more pockets out of envelope that I had. She'll be able to add anything she likes to it. Lots of writing, bits and paper. I bought a paper from Crazy Craft that had those beautiful birds in it, so I used that. Made all these nice little tags with the little Tim Holtz little clip there. They're so cute. So tiny I can't even open them. Isn't this beautiful? I hand stitched that little tag, and that's just an envelope. I bought a pack of envelopes at our local Trev's store. And these bonsai pages came out of an old garden book that I bought from a book sale swap. I just handmade some clips, little page tags. Idea came from YouTube. You girls are amazing that put all these things on there. Can't get that on. Okay, I'll put it on later. Nope. Pockets, I've just added some tags, decorated them a little bit. And a friend of mine gave me these beautiful red envelopes from Swarovski when she bought some stuff. And because they have those beautiful Asian themes on front of them, I thought I'd use them. So you can see the middle signature there. Use some envelopes. I made this little notepad tag with a little pocket in the front. The stamping with the birds was a set I got at Crazy Craft probably about 5 years ago. She can add all the little touches herself. Like if she wants to, she can add, some stamping around the edges and add more pockets, whatever she wants to do. There's that envelope. I created that tag. I just ripped heaps of old vintage papers and then stamped over the top of it with another Crazy Craft stamp pad. Added all the little bits and pieces, the embellishments, another Swarovski envelope. These are beautiful. They're great feeling in your hands. Lots and lots of writing space. It's good. Another envelope. Vellum. So I got a bill this day, so I used the envelope and just decorated with old bits of pieces of paper. music book I bought from the op shop. Made another little booklet tag. You can write over the top of these or add little pictures, anything really. I made an envelope and just used that piece of paper to be able to fold the envelope up, and I just put leftovers in the envelope for her, and that's one signature. It's pretty good. This is the second signature. Paper's great, making sure I put pockets wherever I can. There's that beautiful music paper. I didn't do any coffee dyeing or tea dyeing because I'm not too sure exactly if my sister would like that old vintage look. She probably would, but I thought she would have a lot of fun experimenting with this. I just gave her the basics. I created just this flap and then used some wallpaper samples that my friend had to create this tag with 3 pockets in it. Just sits in there. And my sister, she can swap and change them over. She can take them out or add her own, but I'm sure she's going to love it. More tags. The graphic 45 papers are beautiful. This is a doily I bought at the op shop. So I had it photocopied onto thicker, heavier cardstock, and it looks amazing. So I had a whole heap photocopied to use in other journals. Another envelope tag that I made. Just spent the night gluing bits of paper together, and then on the top of those tags I just splattered paint, black paint and some gold paint. This is a beautiful gift card I bought at the Imaginarium in Dambulla. It's a place you have to go to. Anyway, the cards were from Paris, so I had them photocopied so I can use them in the books. You can see that I hand stitched every single signature together. I just love the thickness, and I use embroidery thread. That cardstock is really good. I love the thickness. More tags. I printed off a whole heap of these beautiful, well, I can't explain them. They were just from Etsy. Another card made out of envelopes with the tag inside it. The bicycle, just a little charm. That red paper is from the florist. It's what the florists wrap up the flowers in when they get delivered to you. So I kept it, and it's beautiful. I just sewed a little piece of paper onto 2 tags and made it into a page. So that's that little bit more writing. And I made another envelope with 3 pockets to put in the back of that signature. So you can see. Three pockets there. Just to use up some of the papers. I probably could have left it and gave it to her and she could have done something with it, but I thought, why not? And this is the last signature. Oh, that songbird paper is beautiful. So I had the red ribbon. I've had that came on some flowers for my birthday, actually. And that little silver flower, that's a brad. I've had that for 10 years as well. The little seal, that's a plastic seal that you could buy in a packet. Oh, I found it in a craft shop somewhere in the back, probably about 6 years ago as well. But I've since bought my own wax set. Another pocket there. More writing space. Tags. I think it was the Heidi Swap gold spray I used on top of those handmade tags with just some Dilutions black paint, and I just used a bit of water with them and splattered them to give them that speckled look. This is another envelope from mail that I got one day. Just covered that in magazine clippings and leftover scraps. More embellishments from the Songbird collection. Another little handmade envelope. It's very simple. Oh yeah, that little bit of white lace is plastic, and it came from a tab strip from a packet. And you can see the stitching there. There's the elastic, and that's the black thread that I used, embroidery thread. More pockets. So I use a lot of mixture of things that I've had over the years that I've kept. Another envelope that I turn into a pocket tag. Oh, that little green brad. I think I've had that for like 10 years in a packet of stuff that I got also. More pockets. It took me about maybe a month and a half to make this on my days off and on weekends. I get so excited, and every spare minute I get, I just want to create. I haven't put the little black hangers on that on yet. I'll go back in and do that. So another little pocket there. I wouldn't make this sort of journal for myself. The one that I've made for myself is really heavily coffee dyed, and it's going to be really messy, and the texture of the paper is going to be really thick and yummy. I love that crinkly sound. So this is the end of the last signature. I've made sure there is a pocket for the back page. It's nice to hold. It's a thick one. It's a big one, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't help myself. I had to add all those beautiful pages together and just keep adding. And then I've just used some of that leftover ribbon from the florist to tie it up. I've left some of the threads there, left a bit of the elastic so she can hang things off it. And that's it. My first ever junk journal. So I hope you like it. I'm sure she will. Thanks, guys.